Question 20, NC Math 1, released items, calculator active. This is a drag and drop situation. So we're going to try to match these yellow solutions up to this system of equations. Here's the question. Three system of equations are shown in the table below. Place, click drag and drop, or click and drag the choice that describes the number of solutions of each system into the appropriate column of the table below. Well, let's see. Let's talk about this question first. We can actually do this without a graph. When you have the same coefficients for the x and y, it's either going to be infinitely many solutions or no solution depending on the y-intercept. So just a little FYI, if it's two parallel lines, then there's going to be no solution because they'll never cross. And that means they're going to have different y-intercepts. If the lines end up overlapping each other, they're going to have infinitely many solutions. And of course, if the lines have different slopes, then they're going to cross somewhere, right? So they'll have exactly one solution. Of course, you can do this with a graph. But before we do the graph here, let's look at these equations themselves. If we actually take these 2's in front of the y's and multiply them by 2, okay, watch this. You're going to get 4x plus 4y equals 16. Now look at this. Boom. That's the same equation. So they're the same thing. They're going to overlap each other. So that's going to be infinitely many solutions. They'll be the same line. So I know that's going to be that there without a graph. Now, if they have the same slope, oh my goodness, my pen is acting up. So this is going to be infinitely many solutions. If they have the same slope and different y-intercepts, such as this one right here, 3x plus 2x plus 3y, 2x plus 3y, notice these are the same, and these numbers are different, they're gonna cross the y-axis at different spots. So they're gonna just have no solution. They're gonna be parallel. And then that means the other one here that has different coefficients, you can't get it to be equal, is going to be one solution. Well, that being said there, I'm going to get rid of all that here because I bet you're probably just going to throw it into Desmos. So let's do that. So let's resume recording. I got these two solutions, these two equations here. We'll do that first. 2x plus 2y equals 16. And we do not have to get it solved for y to be able to graph these. So we'll put it in standard form. 4x plus 3y equals 27. And if you look at this graph, it's pretty easy to tell they cross exactly one time. So that's going to be one solution. What that solution is not important. It's just that you know they cross one time. Let's graph the other ones. Here are the other two graphed. And notice that I don't see anything but one line. Now it's going to, depending on which line I click in, the green one here is going to show green. This one's showing blue. And I zoom out, it's the same thing. So that's going to be, since they're all the same, infinitely many solutions. Now, obviously, by process of elimination, that third option is going to be no solution, but let's show graphically why that is. So hopefully you can see that these two lines look like they're never just going to cross. These are going to be considered parallel lines. They'll have the same slope, and so this would be a no solution situation. So you don't actually have to get the slope for these. You just have to know how to graph them and visualize what's going on with those. And so there are the three answers for this. Thank you for watching.